Today on the Radio 690 ADV, we're going to talk about security on your moto adventures. What do you do? What do you take? And is it really actually needed when you go on your adventures? We're going to talk about it next on the Radio 690 ADV. KTM North Texas is your headquarters for everything KTM and your one-stop shop. Hey guys, Joe here, 690 ADV. Are you looking for a new KTM bike? Yeah, they got them. They got adventures, enduros, dirt, racing, street, parts and service? Yeah, they got it. KTM North Texas is one of the largest aftermarket parts suppliers and repair shops in the state of Texas. Yeah, Texas. They don't just service KTM. They service most every major brand out there. If you're needing a fix or just getting race ready, you needing some new gear? Yeah, KTM North Texas, they got it. From helmets to jackets, pants, boots, goggles, tires, rims, new plastics, and so much more. So if you want great deals and to be treated just like family, don't wait. Call 817-275-2228 or text 682-465-6637. Or you can just email Bert directly at bert@slmracing.com. Don't forget, tell him 690 ADV sent you. That way you get your discount. Hey, and thank you to KTM North Texas. They're a great supporter of the channel and the podcast and everything that goes along with the 690 ADV. They're always there to help you out. They do such a great job. And in all honesty, I get nothing for it. They're just great people, and they take care of all their customers, and they just give great deals, and they are there for you to help you out from building a bike from the ground up or just, getting you going and putting you on the right bike. And they're not going to put you on something that you just don't need. That's the great thing with them. Get with Bert over there, and he will take care of you. Not only that, they are now the North Texas Sherco dealer. So if you know anything about Sherco bikes, we're going to do some stuff on the Shercos coming up here pretty soon. They just started taking on their motorcycles, and we're going to dig into those, and we're going to go check them out. We're going to do some reviews and stuff like that, and very cool. They're excited. I'm excited. Very, very cool. Check them out, slmracing.com, and go check out everything that they have. Moto adventures, security, things when you're on your moto adventure. Do you take anything with you? A pocket knife, a camp knife, a gun. What do you do? Is there something? And security can come in many shapes and sizes too. So not exactly sure the direction, that people are taking this. Security can come in the form of not another person to do harm to you, but security can come in the form of wildlife. A lot of people kind of forget about that a lot of times. They get out and they're on their motor adventures and they're traveling and they're doing all their things, and they get out in the wilderness and, they forget there's wildlife out there. And depending on what part of the country you're in, there's some pretty big wildlife out there. So, a lot of people don't, I'm not saying all, I'm just saying some, just kind of take that for granted. They become naive to the surroundings that they're in. It's nature. It's beautiful. There's a stream, there's a lake, stuff like that. But you need to understand that there is wildlife there. And whether it be a deer, mountain lion, raccoons, elk, black bear, all that stuff, you gotta understand they are animals, and the odds are that nothing is ever going to happen. But the thing is, are you prepared if something could happen? And not just animals, that one crazy person that's out in the woods that maybe just checking out your stuff and kind of stalking you, waiting for you to leave. Or not only that, you just never know. Trust me, you just never know. You hear about it every so often, out of the blue. Campers went camping. Next thing you know, there's a manhunt out for a murderer. So I'm not saying that can happen, but it can happen, and it's just better to be prepared than unprepared. So question is, do you, and if you do, comment below, and if you're, especially if you're on YouTube or anything like that, comment below what you do and why do you take what you take? Because is there a reason why you take the certain thing that you take? And I'm going to explain what I take for my security reasons, because I do, and I take more than one thing. So I'm sorry. The world's a weird place these days. You can't trust anything or anybody. You need to make sure that you take care of your own and be the best person that you can be in life. And hopefully the rest is just going to fall into place. Now, with that being said, what should you take? I think at least you should take a camp knife, maybe a 6-inch blade. Minimum. I say full tang, something that's not going to bend or potentially break, that way if you have to use it for any type of protection purposes, that you can at least make sure that it's not going to break or whatever. You can get it in and get it out, handle your business. Not only that, you can use it for more than just that. You can use it for wood, batoning, making smaller wood to make fires, sticks with sharp ends on them for protection out in front of your tent. I mean, like I said, I don't know where you're camping at and where you're at. I just know where I've been. Where I go, elk, deer, always raccoons, bear, and mountain lions. So, with that being said, to me, it boils down to, where am I going and what's there? People are always on the back end of my deal, but if I'm prepared for the wildlife, definitely can be prepared for who, what, when, where, and how. So I'm not going to be too worried about, if it's a purchase or something like that, because a bear is going to be a lot more to handle than a guy, more than likely, unless that guy's got, a firearm of some sort or something, which hopefully that doesn't happen. But so that being said, if you're carrying a firearm, are you legal to carry that firearm? I don't condone anybody taking a firearm that's not at least licensed or had some form of training. I get it. At the end of the day, I grew up around guns. You know what? The law doesn't care about that. The law doesn't care that you grew up around guns. Here in the state of Texas, you can carry a firearm. You can have it in your car, whatever. But it's always a lot better to make sure that you're a licensed carrier, because that way when you do travel out of state, if something does happen, at least they know that you went through the proper steps to get that firearm and yada, yada, yada. So that way it's a lot easier to do backgrounds on you and all that type of stuff. The other thing is if you are carrying a firearm, knowing the rules. State parks. Yeah, kind of a no-no. You're not really supposed to have firearms in a state park, especially a loaded firearm. Have I taken it into a state park? Of course I have. But it is packed away. It is all racked out. It is all separated. It's not, in the ready position or anything like that. Also, Indian reservations is something you need to pay attention to. Firearms are a big no-no on certain Indian reservations. You're just not allowed to have them. Whether it's loaded, unloaded, it doesn't really matter. So you kind of have to pay attention to that. Knives and things like that, normally not too frowned upon, but firearms are a totally different deal. So just know what the rules are and where you can be and what you can't be, and pay attention to signs when you walk into, a restaurant or something like that, if you are concealed or something like that. I'm not saying I don't condone carrying a firearm. I do take one all the time. It's on me when I'm out and I'm on moto adventures, make no mistake about it. And I do it for multiple reasons. I don't do it for people. Like I said, it's mainly done for wildlife more than anything. I don't want to get in a situation with a bear, or my biggest fear, I don't know what yours is. A lot of people are freaked out with bears. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold, but mountain lions. Bears usually let you know that they're coming. They're not super quiet. They're not, they kind of just do what they want to do because of their size. Mountain lions, on the other hand, it's all about stealth and surprise. And here's the deal. You're probably not going to know that a mountain lion's stalking you until he's on you. And that is my biggest fear when I'm out in the mountains or in Utah or Arizona and parts of Colorado. man, you just never know. And those things, they freak me out because of that reason. They're very quiet. They're stealthy. That's how they hunt. That's how they eat. That's how they take care of their business. So I don't know what your deal is. Some people are freaked out with elk. Some people are freaked out with any animal on the planet. But mountain lions get me. Bears don't bother me too much. I don't really worry about them. They really try to avoid, and mountain lions do too, but something about that mountain lion, the big claws, the teeth, and it's so much that they're quiet. They're very, very stealthy. So that part I don't care for a whole lot. So, but that's why I carry a firearm. But I also take a couple of knives. I take a camp knife. I take a pocket knife. Like I said, my gun, Leatherman. You have certain things. I mean, you could make a weapon out of anything. You could just shave a stick down if you wanted to and pretty much handle your business, for the most part. So, but protection when you're on your trip, it can go down many directions. And the thing to think about is, what do you need? And I think the biggest thing is knowing where you're going. I think that's key to everything. What part of the country are you going? What are you going to be faced with? And, what are the potentials of there being a situation? And if you've ever been in a situation that you've had to do something or try to fend off or scare away an animal, I would love to hear it. And I know everybody else would love to hear it, in the comment section. I think it'd be really fantastic just to tell your story as much as you can in the comment section, because it's really good. Because the thing is, it doesn't really happen to most of us, but I know it happens. It does happen. And, it would be good if you were in a situation. What did you do? What did you do to either get it to run away, back down, because sometimes, it depends on what part of the country. And, you can be a brown bear, grizzly. They're not known for backing down a whole lot, especially with cubs and things like that. Elk too. Elk are, they're not real nice. Bison, buffalo. If you see a buffalo, they look all nice and cute. Run. Do not get anywhere near them. They will pile drive you into the ground. I'm telling you, they are ruthless and they are mean. And especially around their calves. Be super, super aware if you're anywhere near bison, like an open range or something like that, and you're on your bike. Great from a distance. Keep your distance. Don't get off your bike. Don't try to whatever. I'm just telling you, they're pretty darn hardcore. So are bulls and all sorts of stuff. So, but anyway, as far as protection goes, that's kind of what I do, and that's kind of how I handle it, is where I'm going will dictate. And just to let you know what type of firearms I take a 9mm to a 45 caliber. I'm not normally in grizzly country, so I don't worry about that too much. But black bears, usually 45 will pretty much take care of the business. If I need to, I've never had to use my firearm ever in all my trips. But, like I said, never say never. Anything can happen at any given time. So, I don't take it for people. If I have to, I will, but, it's mainly for wildlife, because you just never know. You just never know. What do you do, and what is it, and why you do what you do on your trips? So safety and things like that on your trip. If you can, comment below. We sure would appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up and a like if you're listening on YouTube or anything like that. Don't forget to subscribe. Go to our website, 690adb.com. We were going to have a giveaway somewhere around Christmas time and New Year's. Make sure you're in. You can't win if you're not in. But anyway, think about that. If you're new to riding or adventure traveling and stuff like that, think about maybe just being safety, at least taking something to kind of protect yourself, just in case the unthinkable potentially happens. Anyway, I'm Joe, Radio 690 ADB. You guys have a fantastic week, and thanks for stopping in and spending some time, and 690 out.